Once again, long queues and jerrycans have resurfaced at filling stations in Abuja and parts of the country. The general scarcity and occasionally increased price of the product have trickled the volume of vehicular movements on major roads while leaving passengers stranded. Few marketers who dispense the product sell between 640 naira and 700 naira per litre, while other filling stations are under lock and key. Meanwhile, Major Oil Marketers Association of Nigeria, MOMAN, has attributed the lingering fuel scarcity in the country to high cost of vessels and inadequate trucks to deliver petroleum products from depots to filling stations across Nigeria. According to them, high costs of logistics and exchange rate continue to put pressure on their operations, with ripple effects on the pump price. The marketers also attributed the fuel queues to exceptionally high demand and bottlenecks in the fuel distribution chain. How can these challenges be surmounted? Guests on Nigeria Today will be speaking to this and more on today's episode of the program. I am your carrier, Clinton. Welcome. Now, joining me in the studio to discuss this topic is an energy expert and senior lecturer, Bayes University, Abuja, Dr. Abubakar Alkali. You're welcome to Nigeria today.
Thanks for having me. Thank you.
Also joining us for the conversation is Mr. Shuaibu Muhammad, Secretary, Ipman, Suleja, and Abuja. It's a pleasure having you on Nigeria
Thank
today.
you very much. Good morning.
I'll start with you,
Good
Shuaibu.
evening. Sorry.
Okay, when the deregulation came, all Nigerians thought, okay, this is the end of fuel scarcity. Today we have the queues again. Why? Shuaibu.
Okay. Thank you very much. Good evening, Nigeria, and good evening, viewers. You see, the situation is not different from what we've been saying. Of course, the industry has been deregulated. The subsidy is gone. But the driving force of whatever we consume today in this country is the international price, world market. You see, what the MOMAN and the DAPMAN are saying is not different from what we, the independent marketers, are equally saying. You see, today, whatever we consume in this country is whatever other nations too are consuming. The price is no different. But if you look at our own peculiar problem now, is that, you see, it comes to us as a shock. The refineries are not working. Now we rely on importations. So it is the dollars that control the market forces. So now the product solely is the NNPC that has the product. That's why you see their stations are selling. The independent marketer, as it is more or less that they are no longer even in the business. Because where do we get the product? And I keep saying it, 90% of supply chain today in this country is the independent marketers. Hinterlands, it is the independent marketer you see there. Today, many of the independent marketer petrol stations are locked, key. Even the trucks owners, they can no longer patronize this business. They are more or less employers of labor as well. But where do you get this product? As it is today, you know, with independent marketers, they sign bulk purchase with NNPC. But you can no longer be in the business. We have TDZ zones. That's why we have 21 depots across Nigeria. But as it is, they are obsolete. No refinery, the 4 refineries we have in this country are not working. We have 2 in Port Harcourt, 1 in Warri, 1 in Kaduna. So the network pipelines has been vandalized. So where are we driving ourselves to? Today, the marketers, they resort in buying from the open market. When you go to open market, PMS, as I'm talking to you now, is even moving higher. It's escalating. When you buy at 595 naira per liter, then you truck it, which is transport, 35 naira, some 40 naira, plus it. You'll be getting, even to bring it here now, you'll be getting a 630 naira and above. So of course you should expect that. The demand is high. So where are we driving ourselves to? So all we keep saying, as a marketer, the government has to do needful. The refineries, if they cannot work, they should facilitate this thing easy for marketers to have it. We have depots, 21 depots across Nigeria. Fine, if the pipelines cannot go, let the government find a way to bring this product, if at all they bring it in, and take it to this depot so that it can go. And that's why majorly today you see, even in Abuja, there's queue. It's only the NNPC station you see they are selling, because they control this fuel now. They own it, they import it. We don't know, we are even lost. Many of our members today, they are no longer in the business. So we too, we go to look where we even fuel our car and all these things. So all we keep saying, the government should do the needful.
Okay, thank you, Shuaibu. Now, Dr. Abubakar, I saw the smile on your face, and there are certain things I think you want to comment on, concerning that. But, recently the CEO of the Petrocam Trading Nigeria Limited, Patrick Ilo, has said, expressed confidence actually, that the regulation will pave way for the country to end fuel scarcity. Now we are here again. Are we back to square one, or what?
Yes. Well, thank you again. I think talking about the regulation, we are not yet at the regulation. Mm-hmm. That is the reality of the problem. Mm-hmm. This is a kind of partial deregulation. We are not at deregulation yet, because if we are at deregulation, everything will be left to the market forces of demand and supply. Okay? So now you have a situation where government has to come in every now and then to kind of, ensure that there is a smooth sail, to ensure that things do not go out of hand. And that is why some people are asking whether subsidy is really back. Okay, so actually we have been over this several times, and we all know the problems. The refineries are not working. Okay, but that is a long shot. That is a long-term solution. Actually, for you to solve this problem from the point of view of the refineries, okay, it will take time. What Nigerians are talking about now is an immediate solution, an immediate solution to the problem. If you are to wait for the refineries to work, or if you are even to wait for Dangote, you could wait. And I think this is a multifaceted problem, okay? Number one, obviously, the comatose state of the refineries, okay? Then there are other branches of this problem. When the refineries were, kind of, put down, destroyed, more or less, government now introduced a kind of measure, okay, a stopgap measure to say, okay, let us solve the problem. And that stopgap measure is a kind of, arrangement between the government and third parties, which is the marketers, okay? And we have seen this in many sectors, not only in the oil and gas industry. Anywhere you have government officials, you see, I'm not saying that every government official is, but what I'm saying is that wherever you have government officials and third parties putting heads together, you usually have a problem, okay? Now, the reasons that are being advanced, because, technically, to be honest, subsidy is back, technically. Yes, because government said it paid, hundreds of billions in August, isn't it? And government is also going to pay now, because if it doesn't, the price will go above 720 landing cost, because that's what the market has said. So technically, subsidy is still there. That's the reality. Now, back to what I was saying. Anywhere you have the marketers and the government officials, you always have a problem. Well, this thing is not working. That is the reality. That is why we keep coming back. It's not working. This arrangement of saying, okay, marketers should import, is not working. NNPC is the importer, but it subcontracts this importation to the marketers. We have made this point, many times over. Now, if it is not working, what is the solution? It has to be reformed. Take out the marketers from the importation. Why can't the NNPC deal directly, okay, with international partners? Yes, if we are selling this crude oil directly without going through our own marketers, why can't we import directly? Why do we have to do the SDP, where we have to go through third parties? While we are selling, we actually sell directly. The unrefined crude, we sell it directly. We don't have to go through marketers. But when we're importing, we go through the marketers. So why don't we take away the marketers? Why can't the NNPC now deal directly with the international partners, the international refineries? Okay, that will take out some of these bureaucratic bottlenecks, because obviously there must be something more serious than, because as you said, we keep coming back to this problem. There must be something more serious than what meets the eye. Let the NNPC directly source these refined products without having to go through third-party marketers.
Thank you very much. Now we'll take a break and feel the pulse of the people out there on this issue of resurgence of fuel scarcity, as put together by Dennis Temple. Don't go away.
I'll be moving from one place to another to buy fuel, but still yet we couldn't buy it because of this small scarcity of fuel now. It's very bad.
They know the right thing to do. The suffering is getting out of hand. So people are dying. People are suffering much. So I don't know. I'm not even expecting this.
So we don't know what is really be the challenge. But we appeal to the federal government to bring the price of the fuel down.
They should regulate the price of fuel across board and ensure that the marketers sell. Look around, you see people hoarding fuel. You see people, black marketers selling fuel. It shows that filling stations are actually hoarding it, okay, and they're selling it behind.
Welcome back. This is still Nigeria Today, and we are looking at the resurgence of the fuel scarcity. And I have my guest here, an energy expert, and of course the Secretary of ITMAN, Abuja and Suleja. Now, Shuaibu, you had the comments of the people there. Do we have a way around this problem? How can we solve it?
Yes, thank you. There is a way forward. I keep saying it often and often each time I'm here on your program. You see, today Nigeria is an oil-producing nation. There's no doubt about it. A lot of damage has been done. And now subsidy is gone. Subsidy is taking another acrobatics system back to the society as well.
I like that word, acrobatic.
Yeah.
Really.
Because now, you heard what the analyst said, doctor. You see, if the government said subsidy is gone, what are the implementation to ensure it is gone? Now, government is paying, although they said they are not paying. But I think I challenge the NNPC to come out and tell Nigerians, are they really paying subsidy or subsidy is gone? Now, look at where we find ourselves. You see, like I told you, in fact, the business is no longer encouraging. Nobody, like as an indigenous person, that want to be in this business and is happy. You go and it's something you have been buying less than 8 million before, 7 million. Today you are buying it 27 to 28 million. But you hardly made profit of 200,000. Is there anything, encouraging there? Look at the risk you will take to transport this thing, trucking this product from down south to the north. If anything, we don't pray for that happen to your truck. You take the risk on yourself. As it is, even the transport margin that marketers have done for more than 8 months, 9 months, almost 5 to 4 months now, no marketer has received their payment from the midstream and downstream sector. We've been pleading with them. Even the one you are owing, this money is set aside to offset this transport something. The money is not from the government, it's for the marketers. You deducted this money, pay them their money, now you are not paying. So you can see nobody is even encouraged that I want to do this business any longer. And that is why you see NNPC, they will continue to suffer because they cannot meet the yearning and the demand of the people any longer. Those who have these facilities, they are no longer in the business. Filling stations are locked. So of course, what is the simple analogy of the law of supply and demand? If the commodity is scarce, of course people will want to come out and have it. And if it is surplus, everybody will enjoy it. So what is happening today, the NNPC should come out to explain to Nigeria. There is no two-way about it. The truth has to be told. Are we really serious about this removing subsidy? If the government is serious, they should do something about it. Now the citizens are suffering. You can hear the lamentation on the street there. So it has to be a collective responsibility. Those who are licensed to do the business, the government should come in, sit down with them. What is the challenges? Pay them their money. Then how do we help you? There are people today as I'm talking to you, those trucks park. If you ask them, bring this truck and load this product, within a twinkle of my eye, the key will disappear. But when you see just like a whole Abuja now, 3 filling stations, 4 filling stations, and you said, why won't you see this nonsense that we are seeing today? These are the challenges.
I see your concerns there, Dr. Abubakar. Given just like what he said now, some persons have alleged that there are some saboteurs in the system that are trying to frustrate the effort of government to make life better for Nigerians. Do you share this view?
Yes, to some extent.
Why?
Yes, to some extent. And this boils down to what I was saying initially. That there is a kind of connivance between third parties and some government officials, alleged connivance between third parties and some government officials to frustrate some of the efforts of government. We know the government means well. No government what it sought will want to bring hardship to the people. We know Mr. President means well, but then, there are actually people who take advantage of the, leakages in the system to ensure that government policies do not work. Okay? Now, I take you back, to the era of, to the pre-subsidy, to the subsidy era. Although right now what we have is quasi-subsidy actually. We still have subsidy in another form. That is the reality. Now in that era, 2017 to 2023, you actually find a situation where some people were playing double whammy on the government, on the nation, because they were doing oil swap, that is one, and they were also making cash payments. They used crude oil to swap, to swap for petrol. And at the same time, they also pay cash for subsidy. And they go to tell the government that we are paying subsidy. They don't give the government the details. That's double whammy. You have already used crude oil to bring in these refined products, as at then 64 million liters. You bring in these refined products using a kind of trade by barter with your crude oil. And you also take out about 6 trillion. You say you need about 6 trillion for 2023, and I think about 4-point-something trillion in 2022 to pay for the same petrol that you have used crude to swap for. Is that not sabotage? And when they go, they don't tell the president this. They don't tell the Federal Executive Council this. They don't tell the National Economic Council this. They kind of block all avenues to ensure that those at the very hem of affairs do not understand, do not get to know what is going on. Since 2017, this has been going on. That's 6-7 years. It has been going on. Is that not sabotage? Is that not sabotage? So there is sabotage in the system. There is not, without sabotage, we won't even be here if there is not sabotage. There are people who are making money out of this. But then again, also, I want to come back to this issue of, going after those who are sabotaging. If you ask me, okay, yes, the subsidy has already been removed. So but I've already said, okay, I've always maintained that position, that the best thing to do, this is October last year, I wrote a report on this, that government should implement a phased removal of subsidy. Okay, that has already been my position. Yes. Now, if there is a problem in the subsidy regime, and the problem is corruption, okay, go after those who are milking the country. Go after the corrupt. By the time you take out corruption from subsidy, you find out that you may not even, you may not need to increase the price to this much. Yes, so go after the corruption and ensure that the common man on the street, the Nigerian people, do not bear the brunt. Go after the corruption. Ensure that the system is pushed of those people you are talking about, those who connive, okay, those who want to bring down the system for their own selfish ends, and then, get them to justice. It's as simple as that. Whoever is milking the country in the name of subsidy should be arrested and made to face the law, made to face justice, instead of transferring all of that onto the man on the street, which is actually, unfortunately, what is happening today.
Well, we do hope that this problem will be nipped in the bud. Well, I really wish we had more time to talk more on Shuaibu. Thank you so much. That's it on Nigeria Today. I'd like to appreciate Dr. Abubakar and Kali for being part of the program. Thank you very much for sharing your thoughts with us. And also Shuaibu Muhammad, Secretary Edmonds, Suleja, and Abuja. Thank you so much for coming on the program.
Same here.
And thank you for being part of this. Don't forget, Nigeria Today air weekdays at 7:30 p.m. on NTA News 24. You can also check out these episodes and other episodes on www.youtube.com/NTA News 24 Hub. Once again, thank you for watching. I am your carrier, Clinton. Goodbye.